rippling Bruce tossed into her grave. When he received a milk sop hanging around the cemetery, break his neck. Robin. He has apparently ever since Selena's death that kid's been moping near Olimur's cemetery, howling at the moon. With no life and ado, he's got with him a key to the chest we buried with that bitch. Perhaps we could end his suffering by ending his miserable life in the lake. Hasn't drowned himself already, that is. What's with the cat? He required. You're gonna miss him, right?
Done. Now where you got those cards?
Leave the city through the Cooper's Gate, then via right. Our house is easily recognized. A tree adorns the sign above the door. I buried the chest in the garden, beneath the rose bush.
Tree on a sign, rose bush. Think I got it.
Might I ask what you did with Louis? True, he knew nothing in life but Gwent, but I would still prefer he not spend eternity in a ditch or privy.
Don't worry about it. Found him a nice place. Ought to feel right at home. Farewell.
Yeah, might as well finish the quest.
Witcher Geralt.
What's the problem, you great bootwipe?
At your service, my
Give me peace. But gaze.
Witcher.
My joints are aching.
The Witcher's not nearly as nasty as they make him out to be.
Ahoy!
A beast like Bjorn probably has no one to split a bottle with.
Don't crowd around.
What she said, split a bum with, but she did say bottle.
Oh, gonna be sick. Sacre bleu. At your service.
So much spelling in this game.
Oh my.
Sign with a tree on it, eh? Well, let's look around. Tree on the sign. Must be the house.
I have a garden.
Need to go around.
Can't go through either.
Medallion's humming. Something's not quite right.
Okay. What does that mean? Really?
Move your head from the saddle. The rose bush. All right. Just like she said. And the Gwent cards, as promised.
It's just a Gwent card. What was I thinking? Something. There was a reason I went in here. What was it? Oh yeah, level up. it's just a different way in.
Damned bed bugs. Didn't sleep away.
Pass off!
Ahoy!
Feeling fetish?
Ahoy!
Head to the pheasant.
Sweet. Well, will you stay long?
You shan't turn back a river with a rod.
What you see is what
You
you
don't
get.
look good. No, not good at all. May fortune
Is nothing sacred to them.
down upon
Rotting like cats in springtime.
Our blood's blessed.
That's just someone
Witcher
here.
I may not be, but I always find the bottle promptly.
Together laughs. It's no laughing matter.
Please.
Hey there, I'm done. Cemetery ought to be real nice and quiet now.
To sleep in my own bed once more. The clogs has grown intolerably loud. The punters bellow like men possessed. One madman especially, always shouting, "Order in, order in." But tell me, at the cemetery, what was it? Beasts, as you claimed?
Nope, just a marital spat.
That's it? But they hollered like skewered polecats. Sorry to bother you with such a trifle. Here for your trouble.
Thanks.
When together laughs, it's no laughing matter.
At last.
And comb.
That's it.
I wouldn't mind if that beast devoured.
You'll not find wood here.
I've got an embassy.
Dropping Mancomb awaits a challenger. Witcher, short. Do you wish to jump?
Considering it,
Oh, sorry.
So you're not surprised. Consider this as well. Here, intellect counts as much as strength.
You see, Mancomb is no ordinary fighter.
Mancomb? First I've ever encountered that name.
One should never judge an opponent by his name. Master Mancomb is a saddler, though a valiant one at that. His blows are as fierce as his riposts are sharp.
Ah, I get it. I get the reference. Oh, for fuck's sake, there's a lot of references in this game. So, in Monkey Island, the adventure games, there's an insulting game. And the main protagonist of that game is called Guybrush Threepwood. And what is the synonym for man? Or rather, a guy. That's man. And synonym for brush, comb. Wonderful.
Fine, let's start.
Oh, my knees quake like a carnival rattle.
He also kind of looks like
ridiculous battle.
Guybrush Threepwood.
I'm a top taunter, the best around, not one to be beaten by some inbred hound.
Your taunts? I've heard dogs retch things more profound. Hear how pathetic and stupid you sound.
Well, how then is this for a clever tongue twister? You're a bum-botching, blackened, bile-filled blister.
Think you're confused. That sounds more like your sister. I'm immune to disease, but even I'd die if I kissed her.
You aren't worthy to empty my sister's bedpan. You mange-ridden mutant, not even a man.
Should have quit before we began. Gonna make you wish you'd turned tail and ran.
Why, you... bad... I've got to admit, you know how to roast a man. You win.
Mean we're not gonna fight?
Why? I told you, you've won.
The Witcher wins, beating Mancomb at his own game.
You out-tongued me, but only because I'm under the weather today. I'd have lashed you raw otherwise.
Right, sure.
You've one opponent left, but what a foe he is! Colossus, the fastest fighter around. Find him in San Sebastian. Look for the largest courtyard in the district. Beat him, and you may face the Maestro.
The Maestro. Time to go to the cemetery, apparently.
Let's not do anything rash. Come here. I lent you coin for wine. Slow now.
Graphics of Forhorn. So content to see you. Le Papillon Troubadour. Remember?
Hey there. Know what? The whole Ravix thing? Only ever a joke. Call me Geralt, please.
Geralt of Rivia? Naturally. How did it ever escape me? You must know, I'm a devoted fan.
Thanks.
Of Master Dandelion. I know the bards, every ballad in his cycle about the Witcher. Oh, I cannot believe my luck.
Need something? From me?
Indeed. A matter most magnificent. My coiffeur, Jean-Louis Lotovic, has gone missing. Now, you shall rescue him, while I compose an epic ballad about it. Listen, fair folk, to a glorious tale of a missing friseur and a widowhood prevail.
What happened exactly? Claim the hairdresser's missing, but are you sure?
Yes, yes. I've no doubt something's transpired. Something terrible, absurd. Jean-Louis is never late to work. He's punctual to a fault. I'm certain he'd be honored if I am the one to sing of his dramatic rescue.
Fine, see what I can learn. Now, if you have to come with me, just one request. Stay out of the way. Mine and my swords.
Of course. You shan't even notice me. Jean-Louis' studio is just there. Right here. Ah!
What's the matter?
I've hit upon the perfect ending. And all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Thought this was about a witcher and a coiffeur. What's the Duchess got to do with it?
Her grace can be as fickle as the colt she rides. Today, all remember my fine couplets at the tourney. Yet tomorrow, her illustriousness bought by her breakfast might demand a new epic poem. One must grab at opportunity before it flits away. Well then, where shall we start?
At the door, by breaking it down.
I feel a wonderful song coming on, and the subject matter unique.
Slow now. Let's not do anything rash.
Right. Let's dance.
Oh, I have to use art.
Don't let him catch his breath.
Scissors are completely dull. No way you could use these to cut hair. Empty pomade jar. Strong floral fragrance. Very strong.
That's Jean-Louis' special floral elixir. A recipe is a jealously guarded secret.
This jar's empty too.
Dried blood. Knives flecked with flesh.
Yes, John Louise has instructed of taking the post as assistant royal hairdresser to King Tancred Thyssen, and actually in that position for 2 months. Pass this note off to you now because I must inform you of a most startling development. After weeks of analysis, consultations with specialists and trial runs of unmodeled doppelgangers, the chief royal hairdresser, Master Hector, decided to give Marciola, the king's current favorite, a bob. Of course, Marciola, being a mere king's mistress, cannot indulge in such extravagances as an asymmetric bob or an darling-shaped nape. Therefore, a bob is rather of the classical, elegant sort, with a fringe that wonderfully complements the line of her fair eyes and covers her altogether unfiltered forehead. Just as we speculated, the bob shall soon make a triumphant re-entry as the absolute rage of the royal salon. Thanks to me, you, my dear friend, are now the first hairdresser of the South to know about it. Thus declare my mission accomplished and a stunning success. I'll gather up my trappings and prepare to return. I hope you're ready for a long and eventful tete-a-tete once I arrive, and I hope that will be soon. This seaside climate really does not suit me one bit. This will they call wine in Kovia is positively disgusting.
Locks untouched. No attempt at forced entry.
We need more action.
This jar is empty too.
The precinct's all wrong.
Hair balsam formula. An aged lady's hair is an attribute, a lure for men, and a most vital decoration. That's why a key issue for a hairdresser is how to look after this type of hair and also how to deal with the other eternal dilemma, split ends. Unfortunately, in today's world in which the magic potions and sorceresses reign, we have forgotten about traditional folk remedies. That's why I here shall put in writing a recipe for conditioning balsam given to me by Patrice Ludovic, grandfather and ducal hairdresser at the court of Carolina Roberta. Tablespoon beeswax, make sure it's clear, uncontaminated with bee glue. 5 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, 5 tablespoons of rapeseed oil, 4.5 tablespoons of almond oil, 6 tablespoons for a change of castor oil, 4 tablespoons of grapeseed oil, preferably from Castello Ravello vines, but Coronata will also do. Then melt the whole mixture, and when it reaches a temperature beyond that of boiling water, add essential oils according to your preference. Best is lemon to emphasize the freshness of the scent. At the end, add a drop of sunflower oil and voila. So it's just oils.
The coiffeur's log. A manicure, curling, Cintrian pendulum, Rivian ponytail, raftsman's do. Long out of style in Novigrad. His appointments. Last one was a certain Lady La Pompadour. Know her?
Yes, a dear old bird. Jean-Louis done her hair for a decade. Completely harmless.
Sketch here. Looks like a map. This mean anything to you?
I may understand where it points, but if so, there's not there. Just fields and meadows.
Think I understand.
As do I. Perhaps. Around he looked, yet all was quite proper. I see razors, pomades, but no blasted hair chopper.
Mind being quiet for a minute? Think I might know what happened to the hairdresser. No evidence of a break-in, no signs of a struggle. To my mind, he just went out to find ingredients for his pomade. Looks like he ran out of pomade.
Yes, indeed. He'd have gone into the meadows beyond the city to gather flower petals for it. Trolls must have devoured him. Or a cyclops. Splendid either way.
Think you could find the place using his map?
Naturally.
Lead the way then.
You walking?
Shaylee got shone in its eyes, your glow, scent marking times like a daisical flow. They ventured beyond walls by vines entwined, into the unknown the poor barber to find.
Gonna do that the whole way?
Bidding them farewell, the gravestones must covered, they strode briskly on by doubts unencumbered. A tale glory stewed of a missing friseur and oh, behold the location from the map.
Damn it, get back.
All of these fuckers. All over the freaking place.
What beast was that?
An archospore.
Might there be more nearby?
Who knows?
And your sharpened senses, what do they say?
That you'd rather turn and run.
No, a primo jest. Let us continue onward. I know you'll stand in my defense. You will you not? On to the second point on the map. The witch's blade flash juices spouted and poured, covering all about in an archospore's gore. No piece of the stylist fell from its bowels. The frisser had been nabbed by aught else most foul. There! Jean-Louis' basket! I'd recognize it anywhere. He was here. We can be certain now.
A basket of flower petals. Same smell as the pomade.
A clue! I think I found one. No, seems not.
Grass is trampled. Multiple sets of footprints. A little blood. Seems you were right. He ran into trouble.
Phew! What luck! I just hope it's not sick.
Someone was led through here.
I hope Jean-Louis has suffered. So? On his trail yet, are you?
What are you doing? This keeps pushing me around. Oh, we are going into the cave then.
Ground's made of rock. Trail's gone cold. Wandered deeper into the cave.
My, a talk so dark as to brought one to fear.
Fear uninspiring. No rhymes at the ready.
This quaff is the latest bread. At the Coviri court, they'll have nothing else. No damsel will manage to resist. Bolo balls! Hands down, I would have won the all. And I remember everything already. Pure poppycock, you beard mangler! The latest rage in some bomb-botched Kovir. We're in Nilfgaard, you bung munch!
What did he do to you?
What did he do? He quaffed me, gave me a duck's ass, an ape drape, a beaver paddle. I don't even know. So ashamed I couldn't attend the tourney. I'd have proved my valor. Mademoiselle Vivian de Tavry my prize. Then this scallywag with his talk of the rage missed my chance by the hair on my head.
Got him back good from what I can see.
That is but the start. I've not yet decided if I shouldn't snip off something more.
It's hair. It'll grow back. Really want to kill a man because he gave you a bad cut.
And who are you, gadabout, to lecture me, a heraldic lord? We've a bleeding champion of the oppressed men. At him!
Listen, children, a story you shall hear of a witcher who walloped a rogue knight's steady hair.
I'll spoon out your entrails and do the same to the fucker. Do it again!
Remember, you must win! I've already written the end!
Ow! Was that one shot?
Pure...
What did he...
What? I'd have...
Got him back.
That is but...
Doesn't seem terribly chivalrous. What about honor? Your oath on the peacock? All that?
I do vow on the noble bird I shall gut you if you do not skedaddle. On guard! Stand and fight! I challenge thee! And you boys dare not intervene! By golly, by gum, this will be chivalrous!
Listen, children, a story you shall hear of a witcher who walloped a rogue knight's steady hair.
I shall slaughter that shit stylist out of my way!
Never fear! I'm noting it all town! Remember, you must win! I've already written the end!
It's grown rather late. I believe we'll be on our way.
Le Papillon, le beholder's wounds. You saved me at the last second.
You're welcome. Jean-Louis Ludovic, I presume. Let's get out of here before
Quiet, both of you! I've got it! They froze in their fear, the knight's henchmen and squires, while his bowels set loose, heavenward spiraled. The witcher cleft him in two lacerated, his neck swing the swine adroitly castrated. With one more caress from the witcher's blade, the knight's guts popped out, his breakfast betrayed. Then hobbled a pace on his stump arms like crutches, all for the glory of her grace, the Duchess.
Bravo. Almost believed you were there.
Doesn't it seem so? At last, Master Dandelion has a worthy competitor.
What about my pay?
I've decided you should receive a reasonable share of the royalties. Payable, let us say, semi-annually?
Meaning you're broke just now.
I owe you 1,000 thanks, Master Witcher. I'll gladly pay your reward. Not to mention trimming you when you see the need that come by.
Thanks. Take care now.
There's anything else in here, right? No secret. Which one's closest? I can't believe there wasn't anything down here. It's usually a place where there would be Witcher gear or something. At least a treasure chest. Damn, that looks cool. They did an excellent job with the level of detail on distant buildings. Could be that they, in the NextGen update, just didn't do level of detail objects. And that's just 100% it. Ah, that can't be it. Unless they have a draw distance of behind buildings and such. I think there's a seam over there. The last exploits of Selena's gang. Mosquito. Oh, there's a lot to read here apparently. Emily Collat came from far off Azeroth and died during a Hansa raid. Well, Azeroth, that's World of Warcraft. Or rather, Warcraft. Oh. Wonder what the reference is. Madeleine Sick died hunched over her ledger muttering, "Just one more table." Yeah, that's an Excel reference or a Civilization reference. Just one more turn. Alexander Lebian Aime died while attempting to rob Jacob G. Woodcutter. Blaise Augustine, philosopher, at the stars once too often. Gregory Lavere, stabbed by an unsatisfied customer. Dominique Gunch, slave driver, fell during an uprising of her charges. Matthias Duda, knight, kind-hearted friends, vicious to enemies. Christoph Chu traveled from Feathers to the continent, found it so much to his liking he stayed until he died. Loud music. Marquis de Danik. Wait, I can explain everything. Caroline satire. Just what don't you fucking understand, you fucking cunt? Oh, that's C star, so I don't know what that could be. You cook? I don't know. She said to her cat, "Oh, you fucking cat." She said to her cat when refused to fetch a stick, working her into a fatal rage. Nicholas Sude, come on, one more for the road. It's kind of poetic. Thomas Moray, Professor. Ellers Crane, alder ein dolnaivde, ellers alder nankroson, klosan a elien.
Inscriptions in Elder speech. Salvation lies not in Dolnevde, but in our hearts. Glory be to Eldarin.
Patrick Mullins talked himself to death. The Stream of the Seas. Martin Blanc, head of the Beauclair League of Bards. Philip Tisserand, collector of Wish to Blades. Only had one, but tried very hard. Martin Callacott, killed by his own ambitions. Ilchrondel, princess from a land far across the seas. David Trias died his lift quietly. Pierre maybe and Alexander perhaps barely knew each other, and their love was all the deeper for it. And there's a secret hidden treasure down here. Letter soaked through and falling apart, can barely be read. Bruce, don't do anything stupid. I know you buried Selena at the Beauclair cemetery along with the rest of the loot from our last heist. Remember, we deserve a cut of that too, so don't be an idiot. We all know you were her lover, but remember she was also the leader of our gang, and that's what really counts. Never got our share for knocking over that jeweler Maffensberg's shop, so burying Selena with all the loot is pure dagassery. Those treasures belong to all of us. Let's meet up and split things in honest fashion. Don't drown yourself in the lake or hang yourself on any branch you choose. Robin. That's hidden in Selena's grave. It's apparently over here somewhere. Phoenix Duvant, Hanya Kwapyak, Pierre Framboche. Together lived, together they created, and together they died. Louder. Kaspar Nipukoshchinsky, architect. I don't understand what's the problem here. You ask me, in my opinion, when you look at it from this angle, it's not half bad. All the sacks, Daddy's post. Gavroch fell to the ground. Bartolome de Hoteman died searching for the promised lands. Arnold Habenqui, this dangerous killer long awaited law, died in prison, convicted of tax evasion. Premex Savini died during a hunger strike. That's creepy. Thomas Carrat, huckster, always wanted to come to his own funeral, and did. Pablo Sabik, knight and handyman, there was no fee he couldn't unseat, nor does he a door he couldn't fix. Let's find this treasure.
Feeling
Stocks and the whip
Head to
await
the pheasant.
those running riot. Our duchy values peace and quiet.
Ah, one sec. Let's make sure the NVIDIA broadcast is working. Seems to be, but yeah, it's working. La la la. already been here. Would it be downstairs, maybe? I think it is, because of that.
Greetings and welcome.
Because we found those grave robbers earlier. With the letter on it from the gang. Might just be this one down here. Cat on it. Oh, I got the key now. That's right. Nice cat. Turn her face is strange. Oh, wrong way. Do.
Damn, Professor's journal's long gone. Guess somebody else found out about it too. Should look around, see if I can find something else. Footprints, narrow and shallow. Somebody's small, light. Woman, maybe? Wonder where they lead.
Up here on the cobblestones.
Damn it, trail breaks off. Wonder if the grave robber learned more than I did. Professor certainly can't do much to help me with my search. Won't learn anything else here. Map tracing you'll have to do. Also, Epitaph mentioned both Ellerin and Dolnevde, Valley of the Nine.
Not that one, is it? Old mysterious map on mainland. That's the one with the hairdresser. I think all the others have been read already.
Site marked on the map's all wet now. Sonratur flows through there. Must be where the Valley of the Nine once lay. Need to explore the location.
Alright. We only have that quest up there. Then we have this one over here or this one over here. I want to cross a lake, so let's go over here. To Reaches. Fast traveler. Had some business in town to solve before I went back. Is this door open now? It is, okay. Something's bubbling. It's always such a nice sound.
Think your friend's hand will make for a nice broth?
You've clearly honed your sense of humor. But we are not cannibals, Geralt. I took a fragment of tissue from their hand. It will suffice to prepare some resonance.
What did you do with the rest?
I cremated it, as our codex commands. A raven told me you'd acquired the necessary ingredient.
Pretty helpful creatures. Call on them often?
I try not to overdo it. But they can be so useful, as they were now, when I merely needed to be sure I could arrive in time should things go sour.
Managed fine alone, but thanks for the thought. Gonna need much longer to finish brewing resonance? Mentioned a last ingredient, too. What about that?
That, I fear, might prove troublesome. You see, to use the concoction to summon the memories of one, the solution must contain the blood of another specimen of the same species.
Shouldn't be a problem. I happen to know a higher vampire who should be willing to help. Right, Regis?
It's not that simple, I'm afraid. While you were away, I tried my damnedest to identify a replacement, but alas, none such exists.
Not sure I understand what the problem is. Can't we just draw some of your blood?
The blood must be in an agitated state. As I'm certain you know, higher vampires can change their corporeal shell. As our flesh changes, so does our blood's chemical composition. To make a long story short, I shall need to induce in myself a state of strong psychokinetic arousal. In brief, madness, rabidity. And that stands to be very, very dangerous.
Dangerous? Why? I mean, you'll still be you, right?
True. But I should be highly agitated, in a state of fury. You know better than I that fury cannot be controlled. If you've ever seen an enraged vampire, you know very well that all who find themselves nearby will be in grave danger.
How will we handle that? I'd rather not have you lunge at me, claws extended.
That makes two of us. But worry not. I've thought it through very thoroughly. Details to follow soon.
All right, so what do you want to do?
We shall visit Tesha Mudna, an ancient vampire estate. There we will find cages suspended in the air. I will enter one, be confined. You will lure beasts there. Beasts you will then kill. The bloodletting should prove profuse. Abundant enough so that the blood scent will drive me mad. Wild.
Tesha Mudna. What's it like?
It is a place of torment. A torture chamber. Long ago, shortly after we'd arrived in this world, one among us named Kagmar developed such a taste and lust for human blood that in one night he could imbibe an entire village. This brought trouble on the entire species. Common folk wearied quickly of living in constant fear. They began to hunt us, seek the aid of mages and witches in tracking us down.
So what? Not like they could ever hope to kill you.
But they were bothersome. Forgive the comparison, but when did you last enjoy mosquitoes buzzing around your head? In any case, the other vampires decided something had to be done. Kagmar had to be caught and punished. A torture chamber was thus outfitted in the dungeons of Tesha Mudna. Inside it, a cage made entirely of a special alloy of silver, dalvinite, and meteorite steel. Kagmar was captured and locked in the cage. Sat there over 2 centuries, driven to fury time after time, never able to escape. Thus I know the cage will withstand the fury to which we shall drive my humble being.
See no reason to dawdle. Tesha Mudna. Take me there.
In a moment. Just one last thing.
Doesn't has a hat on it.
What was that?
Blood. Oh, the last favor the Raven did me. I've also taken some Sancurium, a solution that sharpens one's sense of smell. One drop of blood shall smell like a gallon to me now.
You crazy? You're a recovering addict.
Your outrage warms my heart, Geralt. But you must remain calm. I have no choice. As things stand, the die is cast. High time we set off for Tesha Mudna. My head's spinning already, and you're starting to smell quite tasty.
And you're starting to scare me.
We have arrived. The sacrificial chamber of torture and torment lies underground.
Sure you know what you're doing?
I can only hope I do. Please, let's go. The longer we delay, the less control I shall have of my faculties. I'd really prefer not to hurt you.
You lead. Scurvers must be getting close to their feeding ground.
Correct. I told you there'd be danger. Beyond this wall lies
an ancient vampire dungeon. Seen a lot of things in my time. Nothing quite like this, though.
I feel honored. A man with such a wealth of experience, yet I'm about to show him something new. Now, to open it.
How the hell?
It's an ancient form of protection against unwanted guests. The mechanism which releases the latch reacts only to a higher vampire's blood.
Tricky mechanisms, a vampire hideout. Fortified, secured. Must have been important to your species once, Toussaint.
It shall always be so. During the conjunction, the gate from our world into this one opened upon this land unknown other. This was the first place we saw.
Human husbandry and care? This for real?
The author observed humans, their behavior, over the many years he spent breeding them. Morally suspect though it may be, it's a thorough survey of the topic.
This place. There's evil here. Death hangs in the air.
Yes. A great many beings have breathed their last here.
Meteorite pickaxe. Interesting.
Glyphs are carved into the rock. Coated with blood used to be. They mean something?
They're emblems, symbols of what you would call tribes, dispersed throughout the world after the conjunction. My ancestors placed them here to remind us all where we came from.
Seems your kind assembled a peculiar little library.
Indeed. Though I personally did not lay a hand to it.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet. Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
Cells? Who for?
Ah, disgraceful. Excruciatingly so, this particular page from our history. I'd rather not summon the demons of the past if it's all right with you.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe and Deadlough's. We both remained in this part of the world.
And this one? Which tribe's this?
Garisham. My tribe and Deadlough's. We both remained in this part of the world.
What's this symbol mean?
It's the symbol of the Tedet.
Nothing new.
Those who went east, beyond the Blue Mountains.
Whose is this cliff?
Amaran. They ventured beyond the sea.
Charming place. But what are all those cages for? Mentioned one vampire being kept here.
Yes, well, you see, humanitarians is something my ancestors were not. They concluded Kagmar would best be punished if he were tormented with the scent of blood he could not taste. Thus, they also kept humans here. Humans whose blood they slowly let. Kagmar ranted and raged in pain as those humans slowly bled to death.
They treated them like livestock. Live bait.
I'd like to be able to turn back time, deny it, but alas, I can do neither. Feel shame for my brethren. That is all I can do.
Don't take it so hard. Nothing you could have done about it. Let's get to work.
Well, that was awkward. Fine. I prepared the bait. Please be so kind and place it, ideally at the tunnel entrances. The scent will spread most effectively then. Place the bait at the tunnel entrances. Monsters will catch its scent more quickly.
When I think how these tunnels got here, send shivers.
It was the natural order of things. The place reeked of death and it attracted necrophages.
I need to remove it. What is he doing? Oh, lighting stuff.
Three done. One left. Think this'll work?
I certainly hope so. Its stench is so thick, I wager it carries clear to Novigrad.
Bait set. What now?
I shall enter the cage. You must chain me inside. The bars are made of an alloy that will prevent me from transforming into mist.
Kinda thought you wouldn't want to.
I shall be in great pain. My sole thought being to stop that pain. I cannot know what I will do. We must hurry. The beasts have caught the scent also my head. I started spinning.
That the blood?
Someone who's never experienced a vampire's bloodlust does not know the true meaning of thirst.
Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow. I just smelled the blood.
Whoa! 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 What? What? I don't even know. Did I get stuck on some terrain or something? Well, I can just skip the cinematic.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow. We just smelled the blood.
Okay. Each hit is 50% of my health. I think I just got hit twice there. Leather? That's not interesting at all. That is... wow. Okay. Either overtuned or Death March just hits that hard. Overtuned, unattuned. Is there anything else I can do to prolong my life? Maybe this. Oh, there. Maybe. That's the one that. Yeah, there we go. 2 health potions.
Bait set. What now? Maybe we need a safe word. You know, something you'll say when you can't take it anymore.
And what would you do once I uttered it?
Don't know. Calm you down. Somehow.
Please, Geralt. We won't be able to. We must
Yeah, one hit just depleted so much.
Just not the blood.
Fuck!
Good, because I can hear more coming.
If a ghoul does drive by, I'm dead. Like there. Catacan. Oh shit. Hopefully that's enough.
That's it. He's transformed. Hold on. I'll let you out. Need to hang on a little longer. Blood'll dry in a few hours. Scent won't bother you. Get you out of here.
The concoction.
You can't finish it in this state. Tell me how. I'll help you. Any better?
Far from ideal. And some time must pass before I fully recover. But yes, a bit better, thank you.
Never expected it to be like that. You didn't tell me.
We need not discuss it.
But we do. Because if I'd known you were going to subject yourself to torture...
What would you have done?
Found Dettlaff some other way.
I did not wish you to use any other way. Did that occur to you?
No, because I thought no being would ever willingly subject itself to that kind of pain. You vampires aren't any different from us in that regard.
I told you, the pain is my way of paying my debt. The enormous debt I owe Dettlaff. If I had to do it again, I would, in a heartbeat.
Resonance. It's ready.
Are you certain you followed the formula? The proportions were exact, the brewing time precise. This is important, Geralt. The slightest deviation could cost even a witcher dearly.
Relax. Got some experience brewing potions.
Very well. In that case, let's begin.
Excuse me. I shall only take a moment.
You jumped the queue, sir.
But Count, sir, you must understand. I've a meeting.
Sir,
Count,
you were next. Please, take a seat. This gentleman was here first. Step down or you shall regret it.
Ah, fails to realize he was your friend, Count.
It was then I ordered him to give up his seat and step off the stand. If only you'd seen his face. We got him good, didn't we, Dettlaff?
Oh, that's a...
And then Mother insisted we buy the mill. Curious, eh? But at least I've a yarn to spin for friends and associates.
Forgive me.
What?
Awake at last. You ride like a squirrel caught in a snare. I'd begun to fear they were death throes, that you'd departed.
Sure wasn't pleasant, but it worked.
What did you see?
Delacroix. His death did not come easy. Seems Dettlaff had made friends with him. Still killed him, chopped up his corpse, and he was overcome with fury, remorse. Cut off the hand that had committed the murder.
Interesting. And entirely unlike the Detlef I know. See anything else?
Saw a moment. Delacroix did something selfless. Was kind to Detlef. Guess it could have been the start of their friendship.
Why the uncertainty?
Nothing extraordinary about it. Normal, everyday situation, really. Visions were supposed to issue from strong emotions.
Clearly the situation provoked such emotions in Detlef. Keep in mind, he did later murder Delacroix.
Killing someone who's grown dear to us, it's bound to elicit strong emotion. Vampires are no different in that regard. Did you see anything else?
What about the note?
There was something. Showed up twice in the vision. A bootblack stand. Detlef first met Delacroix there. Went back after the murder, actually.
Peculiar.
Stand was somewhere in the Port District. And the bootblack acted as if he knew Detlef.
That would be even odder. Perhaps we should have a chat with the lad. Though I would expect no breakthroughs.
It's our only lead. I'll go talk to him. Coming with.
I shall join you later if it's no trouble. I don't yet feel strong enough to venture out.
That's fair. Rest up. Be back as soon as I learn anything.
Andrew's Stopper, Ducal Intermediary. Love of Nilfgaardian spice biscuits. I wonder if that's Abstonia, kinda. Mystical levels Wushuk, heroic hunter of insects and pests, spent his whole life exterminating bugs, now he lies in the earth among them. Thomas Mark Hevekin, warrior, died fighting with word and blade. Martina Lipinska, engineer and pug lover, solved the most obtuse technical problems in all the duchy with the grace of ballerina. Those not pugs. What's that? It's a big crab, I think. It's sleeping though. Entrance underneath. Oh, oh. Oh, wait, drowner. Up or down? Down, looks like. Might not be the entrance then. Yes. Sort of die. Locked key required. Quest marker's not updated either, so I might be missing something. Not like there's anything over there, is there? Need to get up anyway. Get some fresh air. Please get up. Stuck in someone. Portal. Huh. Bit of a yawn. Let's get my usual decoction back. And we can do this instead. Oh, game crashed. Never know what to say as it seems. Okay. So cute. Oh, it took a while before a crash loaded in. So curious. The crashes don't make any sense. They just happen randomly. It's not like I'm doing something specific or something specific is being loaded in or something like that. Oh, it's a bear. It's a sleeping bear. Awake bear now, apparently. What's shooting downwards? This fella. There's another one over there. Oh, getting closer. There we go. Just there. Don't care about all the chests, I just want to go in here. And save. I was about to comment that it's really cool that water is coming through.
Grave robber must have found something in Moreau's tomb to activate the entry portal. Wonder what surprises this place has in store.
Everything's lit, at least. Probably not a golem. That did sound like golem.
Implanted spikes. Sick sense of humor someone's got.
Ow. Didn't sprint properly. What's down here? Found the right way. There's a chest over there. Some vein over there. Copper ore. Oh, okay.
Light cats.
Fuck, they hurt. Trap, maybe? It does look like I need to go down. Or came out over there.
Blood-soaked. Grave robber was wounded while attempting the climb. Needed to bandage up. Managed to avoid the panthers at least. Giant stone sphere crushes everything in its path. Subtle.
Professor Murray's diary. Since certain suspicions should individuals have begun hanging around outside my laboratory, I have been forced to implement additional security measures. I suspect they are but common criminals looking for something shiny to steal and have no real interest in my research, but better safe than sorry. Furthermore, on the advice of an engineer acquaintance of mine, I've decided to secure the premises with a simple mechanical apparatus. In one of the rooms along the route to the laboratory, I've installed a mechanism for locking and unlocking the doors, which is operated by pressing 4 protruding stones placed high up on the walls. You can bypass this lock with ease by using a simple spell, but a common thief will be faced with a double challenge. First, you must notice those stones, you must lock the purpose, then you must find a way to press them. It seemed like Professor Morroy was killed here by the rolling boulder, or maybe the grave robber had the diary. The stone's up there.
Whoever was here must have scaled that wall, evaded the panthers.
Can't really do that in this game, can I?
Oh crap, didn't I just do this?
A rope. Okay. No special order then?
Did it. Not bad. Wouldn't mind having something like that myself. Interesting as places go. Seems someone put a lot of thought into its design. Should look around. Impressive. This just decoration, or...?
Unwanted guest. Intruder. You are not welcome here.
Yeah, figured as much.
They all seem to go up there, maybe.
Right. Now to find the next portal.
Trial and error.
Damn it. Back where I started. Damn it. started. Damn it, wrong
Which
again.
one did I choose?
Some clue around here.
This one?
Damn it, back where I started.
Which one did I take? The right behind me? Yes, I did. Okay, so it's not this one. Could be this one again, but you never know.
Right, now to find the next portal.
Nope.
Damn it, back where I started.
Some clue. Is there anything?
Right, now to find the next portal.
Something that makes it look different. Oh, well, I can't really get over that, can I? Oh. Maybe I can climb up there. I don't think so, though.
Statues seem oddly oriented, as if to all face in one direction. The right portal, maybe?
Are they not? Oh, this statue. Let's try. Okay, so he's pointing that. Okay, I thought this was the same room as before. Okay, it's not. Could be pointing up here, could point down there.
Right, now to find the next portal.
He's pointing over there. Oh.
Must be where Moreau had his lab.
Nice little level up. Attacked.
Guessing this man didn't come here willingly. Intriguing as machinery goes, but how do I start it up? Empty. Wonder who's kept in here. Just need to pick an entry.
The 18th of Yule, year 1102. Today I begin my great life's endeavor, one greater and more significant than any I have thus far undertaken, for it relates to me personally, to myself and my son. When 15 years passed, a beast of the forest assaulted me. A witcher came to my aid, saved my life. I could not know that for said salvation, I would in the end pay by relinquishing any say as to my own son's fate. Had I the skill to turn back time, I would have done so, and perished rather than surrender to the Witchers my only son. But as it was, on the day when Jerome was taken, I swore an oath on my honor that I would recover my son. Today, following years of research and preparation, I have at last devised a device that allows me to study mutations. If the gods in their goodness grant me but a bit of favor, I shall find a way to reverse said mutations and restore Jerome to a normal life.
So, Professor wasn't out to enhance Witcher mutations, wanted to reverse them. Wonder if he managed, and if there's anything in it for me.
Observation 22. Despite applying a surfeit of toxic substances, significantly more than usual, the subject displayed no symptoms of overdosing. I believe this to be an effect of the mutations. Thus, a minor success. This mutation should allow Jerome better to tolerate toxicity. Observation number 30. The mutations do not set in at once. Curiously, they do not develop over a span of time. Rather, for a mutation to progress towards completion, the appropriate mutagen must be applied continuously. The subject does not bear this well, but I found a way to make the mutations less taxing, invasive. To the mutagen base, I add the albumin of a mutated giant centipede egg. Stored in a glass terrarium, the eggs do not develop, remain small. The eggs themselves are a sight to behold. Mutated, they are luminescent, emitting a wondrous glow. I can only hope my addition of the albumin will produce no significant side effects. Time will tell.
The last crystal.
Crystal for this entry's missing. Might be somewhere. Should look around.
I'll go back down.